Welcome, fellow Ludists. Today is a new segment of the channel. I'm gonna call it Honest Reviews. And if you're wondering who I'm reviewing today, Sticker Mule. Not so much their stickers, but their t-shirts. In case you didn't know, Sticker Mule has created an easy and effective way to get online t-shirts on the go. So I did what any normal person would do, and I created my own t-shirt, and I ordered one. I do admit they took a lot of the hassle away it takes in terms of manufacturing t-shirts, but I really want to check their quality and durability out. So let's put them to the test. So what I wanted to do to test the durability was I took the shirt to the gym with me every day, and I exercised in it. Then I would come home and wash it immediately. So in terms of washing the shirt, I wanted to wash it like any normal shirt. I knew it was a delicate shirt, so when you wash it, I'd recommend to wash it on a delicate setting, but I really wanted to test the shirt's durability, so I bumped it up to a light setting. In terms of detergent, I used a regular organic detergent, and I threw a little salt in to keep it from fading. For the dryer settings, I just used the smallest setting. I have a big paranoia of my shirts always shrinking in the dryer. With that being said, let's put this shirt to the test. It arrived in some really cool packaging, and opening it wasn't too crazy. It was only one shirt, so I wasn't expecting much. One of the things I will say about the package is that I was really kind of bummed that it wasn't just a tearaway package to make it like an easy open, easy close kind of thing. I was a little paranoid of damaging the shirt using scissors and or a knife to open it, but you know, you pay for what you get. I assume a majority of their customers order in larger quantities, so I assume they come in a box looking something like this. With that being said, getting through this last package was a cakewalk. You know, snip snip, open open, tear tear. Bada bing bada boom. And zippy zap zoo, just like that, we got our t-shirt. I could totally see why they had you wash it the first round because it had a bunch of dust from when they did the press. But I was really shocked at the quality of the shirt. When you hear vinyl transfer, usually the cheapest thing comes to your mind and you think about peeling, cracking, you know, that plastic feeling you get when you get cheap shirts. But for this one, this was a really good quality, especially from right out of the box. But it had to go through its testing just to see how well this stands up against the normal environments of being a t-shirt. So the shirt went through its first preliminary wash. It looked awesome still. With all the dust off and cleaned up and dried, it really looked like a screen printed shirt. I was really surprised not to see any kind of damage and or fading. For its first wash, it really held in there. However, I would like to note that the shirt shrunk an entire half its size, so instead of being an extra large, it was more like a large and a half. So when you buy these things, I'd suggest buying them a size bigger because these things aren't really pre-stretched. And even stretching them out, once they shrink, they kind of just stay that way. Which is awesome, but at the same time, Sticker Mule, please get some shirts that won't shrink so much when people buy them. A lot of people are going to buy these and they'll probably start complaining. But overall, the quality and design, even after the second wash, was really good. I didn't see any noticeable changes in the fading or the gloss scratching off, but it was a really, really good quality shirt. So then came the third wash. On the third wash, I did notice a big difference between the second and then wearing it all day. It could have been wearing it all day, but I did notice that the gloss did start to fade and there was some kind of color deterioration. But, you know, it was kind of what I expected for that $20 range that they were selling their shirts individually for. All things considered, it did hold up pretty well in the wash. To test my sun theory, I decided to hang this thing out in my window all day to see if the sun did anything to the actual fade or have any effect to take away some of this gloss. And on this fourth wash, I didn't really notice anything crazy. There was still a little color deterioration, but it was primarily just the gloss. I started seeing little scratches in the quality of the mat and whatnot, but that's expected for a shirt like this. That being said, I decided to take this thing for a real workout. So I did some heavy lifting and some really extreme sports just to try to get some sweat into the thing and then give it a nice final wash 5 to see where it was. And as expected, of course the shirt started to give way. At this point I was able to see how much of the gloss had cleared out. There was a few cracking in the design and there was a few little chips coming off from the design from a matte white is what it looked on the bottom of it, but nonetheless, it was a $20 shirt. At this point, I wouldn't expect a $20 shirt to start ripping and tearing like this. I would expect it more of a $10 shirt. I got a few shirts ready so I can give you a comparison based off of how much these shirts cost versus how much I actually paid for them. And at the same time, let's promote some bands and artists. First, we have some lovable memeable shirts that I got from a flea market not too long ago. The King of the Hill on the propane tank. I think there is a Reddit out there somewhere. I'll try to post the name of the original post. But the Salt Bay Master Roshi, I'm pretty sure it came from a King of the Pin site or something like that. But, you know, I'll post artists as I find them. And these would be my $5 shirts. As you can see, there's a little bit of wear and tear on these guys after a few washes. Next on the list is my $20 to $25 shirt range. Exhumed and Vitrol. These are some awesome bands. As you can see, my Vitrol shirt I've had a little longer and I wear it a little bit more than my Exhumed shirt. My Exhumed shirt's been through a few washes, and as you can see, there's hardly any damage on the Exhumed shirt. The Vitrol shirt, on the other hand, has seen its share of time. That one I actually have a story where I washed it a little too much due to some festives, let's just say that, and leave it there. Next in line we have Archspire and Meat Canyon. These shirts are in the $30–$35 range. Archspire's shirt was a little bit more expensive because it was a tour shirt and then special edition, blah blah blah. But Archspire is an awesome tech death band if you're into that kind of thing. The Meat Canyon shirt, he is an awesome animator and an excellent content creator. He is a very funny guy too if you watch any of his podcasts. But these shirts, they definitely held their ground. All things considered, being in the higher price range, you're not going to see a lot of defects on the shirts or the designs. The Meat Canyon one I have worn a little bit more, so due to nature stuff, you know, it had to be washed a little bit more. And back for one more comparison is the Lude Concepts shirt. I took this video in the same lighting as the other shirts before, so you can go back and forth and compare them and see what we got for our quantity and judge on your own discretion. So based off my findings, I did see that they do work with the pricing a little bit, but it seems to be more aimed at the high value market. So if you were ordering about 100 shirts for your small business, I could see where this could be a good deal. But in terms of ordering small quantities for someone barely starting out or someone that's looking to up the ante in their business, in my opinion, I'd be like, hey, Sticker Mule, can you at least bump the quality up a little bit if we're going to pay $17 for 10 shirts? You know, and it's not just for us as your customer, but for our customers too. With all that being said, let's get our honest opinion score ready. In terms of their customer satisfaction, I'd give them a 10 out of 10. All things considered, their shirts weren't really super good quality, but they were better off than most, so I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Though $19 seems a little bit much for one proof, I'd place Sticker Mule in my top 5, only because their customer service is pretty immaculate in terms of anything else I've ordered from them. And their price is still pretty reasonable if you're just trying to dip your toes in the water. That being said, it's just my honest opinion. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And being that this isn't a partnered and or paid promotion or anything, I'd still go check Sticker Mule out. They got a bunch of cool stuff you could, you know, dip your toes in the water with. And if you liked any of the art on my shirt, be sure to check out my website, ludeconcepts.com. We have a ton of new stickers, a ton of new content, and a ton of new other things coming on. And if you want a little bit of a sneak peek, give our Patreon a shout. You'll be able to check out new screenplays, new content, new merch, first access, all the good stuff. But yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and keep in touch. Until next time, my fellow ludists.